Alright, we're going to be watching Bill, who's going to be playing Reinhardt. This is Diamond 2 on PC on Shambali. I looked at this VOD and I see plenty of mistakes that I made, but I want to get your thoughts. I'm wondering if I took too many resources for my supports and some of the main areas I can improve on. Thanks. So first of all, I'm actually switching to a non-mechanical keyboard, hopefully to keep the clacking down. You can let me know if it makes a noticeable difference or not. I can still hear it in the replay, but it's not quite as loud, so maybe that's better. Anyway, onto the actual video. So I've already seen this. I've seen this like a couple times through already. There's some interesting notes here. Number one, I think that your first half of the game, like 7 minutes plus, is almost flawless. Like, it looks great. If you said this was like high masters, low GM, from your play, I believe you. I think everybody else, I can feel like the difference. But like, your play looks really, really good, and it's hard for me to even note things where I'd say, hey, like, this is even improvement. I think like the overwhelming majority of it looked really, really good. Then you make a mistake on second point, and you push when you shouldn't have in a 4v3 situation because you're really low and you're LOS from your support, so they can't actually heal you, and then you die, which ended up being a really big deal. And then you end up throwing that fight as a result. So, but like beyond that, I think that the play was really great, and I think you hold them after that. No, they get on the third, and then I think you hold them on final. But still, like, a doable defense. You could have full held them on second, but I think overall, I think it's still fine. What gets more interesting is on offense, where offense goes horrendously wrong. I don't think you can even end up capping the first point, I think. And when I saw how short the video is, because the video is only 15 minutes, right? So when I saw how short the video was, I thought, oh, this is either going to be a steamroll win or a steamroll loss, which is interesting. So when I saw the second half starting, and I saw that you're playing against Orisa, I'm like, this is going to be a steamroll loss. All right? So I've mentioned this before in a lot of different contexts. I think there are very few unplayable matchups for tanks. I think that most tanks you can usually play something in the situation. It's fine, especially at lower ranks. You're reaching the point right at the upper ranks where it's going to get really hard to force into wrong situations because everybody starts playing more and more optimally. So playing Reinhardt against Orisa is one of the few matchups that I personally would never play. I would play literally, like, I would rather play like Doomfist or Ball, which I don't play at all, than play Reinhardt against Orisa, right? Like, it's that level of, like, I really don't think that I could consistently win games against a comparably skilled Orisa. The kit is way too strong at stopping what Reinhardt is designed to do, because every single ability that Orisa has totally shuts you down. Javelin, Spin, and Fortify all completely wreck your day. Is it possible to win? Yeah. If you're more skilled than the opposing team, can you win? Yes. But in a otherwise, all else being equal situation, I think Reinhardt is unbelievably unfavored to win. I would say that the Orisa's probably going to win 70 to 75% of the time, right, against an equally skilled Reinhardt. I think it's so unplayable. That being said, I think there's still tips that I can give you if you're a Reinhardt one-trick. I don't know if you are or not. There's still advice here that I can give you that I think will be at least a little helpful. But as a general note, I think that Orisa shuts you down really hard, which is interesting because it causes us to zoom out a little bit and extrapolate. Not that I know really anything about your hero choosing history. If I had to guess from watching this replay, I would guess that when you play Reinhardt, when it's like the right situation, I feel like you're super dominant and like you're able to just completely blow over the opposing team, and because you play very, very well, right? I think you look really comfortable playing as Reinhardt. But I bet when Reinhardt isn't the right choice for the situation, so for example, if you're playing against Orisa, or you're playing against a map with a lot of verticality, or the opposing team has like a bunch of tank busters, like, it's like Reaper, Bastion, Zenyatta, and you just like can't get close to them, I bet then you're like, okay, now what do I do? Because you switch to D.Va, but you switch to D.Va really, really late, and your D.Va play looks okay. You don't really have a lot of time to like demonstrate a lot, but like when I was watching it, like I didn't feel like, oh yeah, you really know what you're doing with D.Va, because you were really making a bunch of like small micro mistakes like pretty consistently compared to your Reinhardt play, which I think looked really, really good. Okay, so just a note there, right? I think just on a macro scale where you're trying to climb overall, it's not just about every single little game, it's about overall trends. If you are a 75% winner when Reinhardt is the right situation, but you're a 25% winner when Reinhardt's not the right, when Reinhardt isn't the right choice, and those games are roughly 50-50 between right choice, wrong choice, you're not going to go anywhere, right? Even though you're like, hey, I'm playing Reinhardt, either I'm super dominant or I throw, you might want to consider broadening your hero pool to like other heroes and get them up to the same level as your Reinhardt. Just a note, right? You can do whatever you want. I don't know if you're functionally one trick or not, but just a note. Okay, so let's watch here. Oh, we got to turn this on. This is too loud. No, sound's already kind of down. We'll try 35. Great. All right, so you're holding high ground. High ground's good. All right, we're gonna skip through this because ultimately I think it all looks pretty good. All right. I think Fire Strike's okay, right? You're holding this close corner, which is fine, right? You know the Rein's not pushing high ground, so yeah, drop. I think hold this corner is fine. Good multi-fire strike here. I don't do this charge. I think you get punished for that at higher ranks, but your Genji goes and kills 2, so you're not going to get punished for it. So from here, yep, you go back to high ground, which is good, right? This is a really good reset. I think other people can learn from this. Sorry. Distracted trying to load Epic Fan. So, a note here is after you won the fight, you reset back to high ground. This is great, because if the Reinhardt goes left path, right, left stair, you're not able to do it, because I think you understand completely what's going on here. I'm just saying this for other viewers, is if you hold low ground here, and the opposing team pushes high ground, then what do, right? You're sitting here with a question mark over your head as your team gets steamrolled up top, and then you lose the point. So resetting here to go back high ground, I think you could have done a little faster, but this is 100% the right call. Just start high ground, right? You can always drop. You can't do vice versa easily when you don't have vertical mobility. All right, so now you're just holding the control corner, right? Good job holding control corner. I would stick this corner. So when I say stick this corner, I mean stay close to it and try to get close enough that you're going to be able to hit multiple people here. So you're going to back away just a little bit here in a second, right? So you notice how you back to here. I don't back to there, right? Other than if you're going after the Venture, which I think would have been a reasonable play. But from here, just stay on the corner, right? Get those swings in. When you're full health like this, you don't want to give them any space, any time to get a pick. Because a soldier coming up here, especially a soldier who's like pocketed by a Mercy, can go up and kill one of your backliners in like a second. Like so fast, faster than you could even like think. But if you're standing right here, swinging and hitting him, he's not going to have any angle to shoot them because at a minimum, you're literally in his face. Imagine instead of here, you're standing right here, he cannot shoot the people behind you as a result. So just a note here is like when you have good control of the corner and you have the health, right? Stick the corner. I would keep sticking this, right? Unless you know that your supports aren't able to help you. Like I hear there's some stuff going on, but I can see how many heroes are here. I don't think they're gonna be able to hold this. So I would still play tight on the corner. I think giving up the space is a mistake. Like look at this right now. Does it look like the opposing team should be able to push you off this, right? It's Rein, Soldier, Kiriko versus you and 3 others with 2 supports here. I think you hold this corner, right? So your Widow is the only one who's providing any damage here, so like the shield's never gonna go down. But you just standing here with your Ana pocketed the whole time, like Ana and Kiriko healing roughly even out. You just keep swinging, like play slow. It's fine, right? And then you board out if you have to. But whenever the Rein swings, there's a chance for the Widow to get a pick as well. But you back off the corner, which I think is still okay, right? I think that you don't give up a ton of space here. You go one corner back to pillar, which is good, right? I think this is still fine, right? Obviously, it's easier for us to understand like what the reads are because we can see the replay, we can see where everybody is. I just think I would have felt like I could have held that corner. We charge in and go for the back line. I think this is dangerous right here. So the reason being is when do you charge, right? So the Rein. Oh well. Okay, this is interesting. So the Rein charges first, then you decide to charge. So if the Rein didn't have charge, I think this is a throw. Or hadn't charged, I think this is a throw. Because the Rein charges, pins you deep in, and then you 100% die. But because you know the Rein charged already, and you know because of the angle, because the Rein is on the other side of the pillar, that you couldn't have been charged, I think this is a reasonable response. I think another option would have been to hold shield, use third-person view, see where the Rein's going, then charge and kill him by pulling him into the backline. I think that's probably a safer option. I think doing this charge is quite dangerous. I personally would not have done this. So for example, the Ana can 100% punish us right now, right? With like sleep and nade. I don't know if she has it right now. She doesn't. I don't know if you knew that though, because you haven't seen the Ana in quite a while. Well, you saw the grenade. So you know the grenade at least is not a problem. So what's the net of it? I think this is an okay play. I think it is not the best play in many scenarios. I think reading where the Rein is going and trying to follow the Rein. Like, look, if you turn here and charge the Rein dies, right? You just charge him, like, stick him in this corner, body block him, make sure he can't get to the Mega, and he dies 100%, and then you win the fight. I think going here, now you're introducing a lot of uncertainty as to how this goes. This could be a big play. It could also be a throw, depending on what happens. So, I think dangerous there, right? Now, this shatter is bonkers. I don't know why you thought the shatter was going to work. The Rein is holding shielded right now and it has half health. He happens to release it to allow you to shatter. I think you got lucky. I don't think you mind gamed the Rein into thinking, like, it's one thing if you were swinging at the Rein and then he starts swinging back, right, to try to trade. I can understand that. But there's literally no reason here why the Rein should lower shield, other than just complete luck. Anyway, you don't have any fire strikes, unfortunately, but you get the Rein, which is enough, right? Fight's won. Venture kills your Widow. I don't even know what the right plays are against Venture. I think it still takes time to figure that out. But you managed to pin her, get a good kill right there. Yeah, great. Right, you're still holding the corner. So, you kill Venture. I don't pursue here, because there's no reason to believe that you'll ever be able to catch up to them. I guess they sort of go into left room, but like, this doesn't feel... I would have gone back to high ground. Because now you're in a really bad spot. I think you feel that you're in a really bad spot. I'll back up my previous comments where I'm like, oh, I think you played flawless. Now, looking at this, I think there's like a lot more stuff to talk about. But I think overall, I think you still played well. Just noting that we're picking up some more stuff on this walkthrough. So, let's think about this. I really don't want to fight here. I do not want to fight. I think fighting right here in this spot is terrible for defense. You can get shot from so many possible angles. You can't retreat easily. Like, you can go in the room, but then you get separated from your team, and they kill your team. I don't think you want to be here, right? Just go back up top, right? Play up here. It's fine, right? You need to wait for your Widow to respawn anyway. Just chill. I don't think that you want to go out here. I think this pin is lucky because, I mean, he doesn't have pin, so you know that he doesn't have it. I think very close on whether you could have gotten to that or not. But I would also note is, does the Ana have sleep? Do you know the Ana doesn't have sleep? I mean, the Ana is definitely asleep right now. This is like a relatively easy sleep at higher ranks, that she should sleep you behind this wall, nade you, and then you die. I think this is kind of bonkers, but you managed to live, mostly because the Reinhardt just doesn't keep pursuing this, right? The Reinhardt is being double-pocketed right now and does not realize it. So he's scared because he got charged. So he's like, oh no, I'm in trouble. But if I see this, I'm like, wait, I have multiple supports and my soldier shooting you in the back, plus we're behind cover here where your team can't help you. I commit here. Like, I body block to prevent you from getting past me, and then I kill you. If you back out this way, fine, right? It is what it is. Maybe you live, maybe you don't. Right? But I'm definitely not letting you get past me at this point in time. I think that the Rein here, this is full panic right now. See? He's at 694 and he's scared. He's like, oh god, I got pinned. I'm gonna die. He's grenaded right now and everything. You're purple. This is a kill. Like, there's literally no way for you to survive right now mathematically. Right? All he has to do is keep swinging at you and you die because you're purple. Unless you get Suzu'd here, you die. But of course, you're on blue team, so you have no Suzu, which means you die here. Like, it is over. All you have to do is swing. Very, very lucky to get away with this. That's a terrible fire strike. So you can feel that they're pushing right side of the cart. Like, feel like you can see like multiple people here already. There's no reason to believe any more than one person would step over here. I would have thrown the fire strike straight down this line. All right. So one thing to think about is this is generally not a great place to fight unless your team is already set up in key spots. So I would look around first, because I don't think you have that awareness of exactly where your DPS and supports are necessarily. I want to make sure if I fight here, all of my team has good angles to fight. If not, I back up to this corner. I don't need to fight here, right? First point is generally 2 fights anyway. You have fight number 1, which is going to happen, right, somewhere out here, right? And then you have fight number 2, which is going to happen somewhere over here. So at this point in time, like, we're right on the edge where by the time, if we die here, they could respawn and be already back here and we'd have to drop down and contest, which is not a good situation. So I would strongly consider, like, do I know enough right now to feel confident that I want to take this fight right now? I don't know about that. That's a terrible charge under all scenarios. I don't know if this is a bluff or not, but I certainly hope you didn't want to actually get there, right? Reinhardt versus Ana is an easy kill for Ana so many times. Not literally 1v1, but she has so many tools to deal with you and, like, make you completely useless once you get in the backline. You'd be extremely careful about that. I would never charge in the backline like that. I would note, to back up a second, a huge part about playing tank is about taking the right risks. And at higher ranks, you get punished more and more when you take bad risks, right? Where the value is not worth the risk that you would get from it, especially for the situation. Because think about it right now. You have all 5 people alive. If I'm fighting here to begin with, it means I think that my team can win a fight here. If I charge into the back line, like, anything could happen, right? I could carry or I could throw. If I'm the Widow right now, do I want my Rein to be in their back line? No, I just want you to stay alive, right? Stay alive, give me time as Widow to get picks. Same thing for your Ana, right? I don't want my Reinhardt to be charging in here where I have to pocket him. I have a great spot here as Ana to apply pressure. Like, I don't need you to be going in at this moment in time. So, I don't know. I think you're way too deep right now. You don't want to be doing this. So, you can see where your Ana is right now, okay? Ana is your primary source of healing, not the Mercy. Please don't expect the Mercy to heal you. Mercy should only be healing you in an emergency situation. The Mercy wants to be damage boosting like anybody else here, like the Genji, to try to kill somebody in the back line. She doesn't want to be healing you, but you're taking a ton of damage right now, but like, I don't want to be doing this, okay? Especially seeing my Ana can't see me. Like, at best, I stay right here, I trade swings, but realistically, I probably don't want to be here at all, right? I probably want to back up the gate. But you get the Venture. I would just let the Venture go. No reason the Venture should die in this situation. There's two supports here. Like, yeah, at lower ranks, people make mistakes. At higher ranks, this Venture will never die. And guess what? She does not die. In fact, I think she... Yeah, actually, do you know that she doesn't... Yeah, she doesn't have both abilities right now. But, like, both supports easily pockets through this, and she doesn't die. So, yeah, she was never going to die. I don't push this. Reminder, do you know where your supports are? Do you know who your main healer is and where they are? Ana's your main healer. She's been on the right side the whole time. Going left side of the cart gives you no chance of getting killed. Plus, it exposes you to all the fire on the left. This is 100% a mistake. I mean, this shadow's okay. Like, honestly, it's, like, not that big a deal. Like, there's only so much you can do. I don't mind this. This is an amazing play. I don't think this was necessarily intentional. I think you're already trying to, you're already trying to get out. But nano happens, you improvise. I think this is an excellent improvisation. So, killing the nano Rein, big play. Alright, just generally trying to stay alive, reset. I think trying to fight, I think you bully the Venture, right? Wait for Burrow. I wonder if Burrow damage is blocked by shield. I would guess so. This is not a good shatter. So, A, Venture is an extremely tanky hero. B, this is not a good time for us to be fighting in general. If I confirm a kill here, there's still a good possibility the Venture can come back and fight the next fight anyway. So all I do is bleed, 20 seconds off the clock in exchange for the shatter. I want a situation where both sides are really committed to the fight and then pop shatter right now. Not this like 2v4 situation. This is not a good time to doing it. There's like so many, like yeah, see Suzu could have come in, the Kiriko could just swift step here and heal. Ana heals for 93 health a second. Like this Venture's never gonna die. This is a bad shatter. Alright, Rein, Genji blades in. He's gonna kill multiple. Clean up. Yeah, great. Nothing you did there, obviously. So I would be careful about holding this gate. So holding this corner is not as good as this corner. This corner is significantly better. It gives your supports better space, right? It gives way more angles. So if you had to choose between this corner, corner A, or this corner, hold corner B, hold corner B. All right, just as a general note for playing Shambali. That's number one. Number two is you only get one fight here as a reminder. If you lose the fight right now, they're going to push and they're going to cap. So take the best fight that you can get. I do not want to end up getting hard committed here. If you want to soft hold and be ready to pull back, that's fine. But that's only if you can get away with backing up. If you can't back up here, then you've made a mistake. And now you're taking a ton of damage and you die. And that's exactly what I mean by you are playing in the wrong spot at the wrong time. So knowing maps and understanding how many fights are there per map and where should I be holding, very important. It's really hard to hold this corner because you have 5 people who can all safely shoot at you in this situation. The Ana's trying her best to heal you here, right? Mercy has no angle on you. And then the thing is, like, you're just going to ultimately get overwhelmed, burn down, and then you're going to die, right? That's just a small period, so your Ana actually goes over here to go heal the Genji because Genji's, like, low. So she turns back, and you're already basically dead, right? She's nading in already, and then she's dead. So she could have nanoed you here, but you don't want to have to force nano just to stay alive because you made a mistake. Again, if you play this corner, your Ana plays way back here, and she never dies. There's no one on the team who can kill your Ana playing this far back, right? Your Ana could play totally safe there, could have played up in the window, right? So many options. Your Mercy has way better movement because she has multiple targets all over the place that she could fly to. I think you're just forcing a fight in the wrong spot. All right. So, yeah. So just kind of jockeying for space at the corner, right? Farming ulti. We got another ulti coming up. You should know that their Rein has shatter, right? Rein gets shatter every other fight. Did he shatter last fight? No, which means he's got shatter in this one. So, gutsy shatter, right? So you try to get through his shield, and you pop it off. So a note here. Let's watch third person. Do you actually manage to get through his shield? Yeah, so you do manage to get through his shield. So he could have blocked this, it just would have been tricky to do so. So this is where it's a good time to talk about higher ranked habits versus lower ranked habits. So at higher ranks, when people have defensive abilities, you always assume that they will use it successfully. Unless there's some other mitigating factor, always assume that they will not get hit by things like shatter. So for example, the Moira has Fade here, and like, yeah, she only has like less than a second to react to this, but she does. And this is only Diamond 2. Now the Soldier has nothing to do. Shatter and him is totally fine, right? But I would expect the Rein to block Shatter, and I would expect Moira to be able to fade out of Shatter, right? I would expect Zen to trance, right? I expect Kiriko to Suzu or Swift Step, like all of the above. As a general rule, that's the case. Which means that you're looking to hold Shatter for moments where you know they can't dodge it, even if you only get one. So I tend to hold Shatter a lot. I don't play Rein a ton, to be clear, but I tend to hold Shatter for like, I know this will work versus this might work. And I'd only be popping like the maybe Shatters if I'm forced to. You're not forced to right now. As a note, offense versus defense, okay? So cards moving up right now. I mean, you kind of need to take a fight right now because you weren't able to get down earlier. So I actually think I do agree with the pacing here to try to push a fight. But the thing is, your team is not in position to actually be able to help you. So Genji's all the way over there. I think I play slow right now because I want to have already held this corner, and the fact that their Rein has it is a problem. So I think I'm just looking for probably positive trades here and let my Cassidy work them down. I think this is a gutsy Shatter. Yeah, so I think all in all, I think this Shatter is okay. I don't love it, I don't hate it. But you get reshattered, Suzu's forced to try to save you. Great charge, right? Pull the Rein out of position, get the kill, good. So it ends up working out. I think part of this is, so Rein shatters, so what he should have done here was just finish the kill on you. Because if he just finishes the kill on you, he just holds shield and just walks them down and they cap the point, right? The Rein is unnecessarily going for the backline here, especially against a nanoed Cassidy, and then as a result, they're able to live. Also, if their Rein throws one Fire Strike here, instead of shattering, he kills the Ana. Right? I think it's a good counter shatter. If he throws a Fire Strike here, the Ana dies, like instantly, instead of getting bumped out of the way here, and then she ends up living as a result. So I think you are lucky to win here. So I go back to, I think your shatter was okay. I don't like the risk versus reward ratio of that play. Because I think better players would have, none of that would have happened. I think good counter charge here, right? You put him in a really good spot, he's purple. I would not go to the right there. I would definitely stay to the left. Alright, I have good reactive shield here, right? I think this is good awareness. Be like, look, all I gotta do is stay alive here and we win. Alright, so, what's the situation? 1, 2... Alright, your Ashe is dead. So, you know you're down 1. I think there's no reason to be playing this far up. This is not the corner you want to hold. This is now the corner you want to hold, right? One corner back. No reason to play up because you can get caught out from here to here. Especially Venture can get behind you and then burrow you, drill, whatever it's called. She can drill you forwards and then you die. So I do not think you can be playing that corner, right? Yeah. This is a bad charge. No reason to do this. Like, let's think here. What is the situation? What am I looking for here? Best case scenario, you catch Venture here. Obviously, the Rein here is not going to die. You catch Venture here, and maybe you might get a kill, and you're hoping that the Venture doesn't just get healed through it, and or Suzu, and or they just focus you down and kill you. Versus, why don't I just hold the corner, right? If I just hold the corner here, we're good. I don't need to do anything. I'm on defense. This is a great area to hold on defense, right? So many angles, lots of cover. This is a really good example where think of things through your opposing, through your teammate's eyes. If I'm the Genji here, I don't want you to charge. I have good flanks here. I can aggress this way as well. I just want you to stay alive. We're going to farm Nano, right? Look at how close Nano is right now. We're going to farm Nano. We're going to pop Nano Blade. We win the fight. All you got to do is not do anything. Just hold the corner and we're fine. Like, sometimes it's not your job to do a thing, especially on defense. On offense is your job to do a thing. But on defense, just hold the corner. Alright, Kiriko, Kitsune gets popped. So you're able to follow it in, right? Get a lot of damage. I think you cut that extremely close and really should have died. You kill the Kiriko there. So Rein gets woken up. That's fine, right? So 492. Who died? Well, we know 3 died here, right? Are you paying attention? So, Genji, Kiriko, Venture. So, what is this? This is a 4v3 situation. Now, I say this a lot, is you should push and try to capitalize and finish off the enemy team quickly, right? In order to be able to just confirm the fact that you won the fight. The longer it goes, the more chance that they can have to be able to turn around or get a pick of their own. However, in this situation, I might want to slow down a little bit because I know that I've LOS'd my team. Okay? Your team is really far back right now, but you're in the middle of 3 people, which means this is not a 4v3. This is a 1v3 if you take this fight too quickly. So instead of going to the left, just go to the right, and then hold shield when you start getting focused, and just shield hop your way backwards. That's the other thing is that you never do, is you like basically never shield hop. Then once your supports are healing you, push all you want, fight's won. All you have to do is stay alive here. Rein pins you, and then you get melted. And this is really hard to watch because there's no reason that this should happen, right? All you have to do is stay alive here. Look how close your Ana is. She could even nano if you gave her another second. Not that you'd want to in that situation because you really want to save that for Blade, but like, obviously you don't want to lose that fight. So, again, from your team's perspective, right? They're all busy. Like, Ashe is super low here. They're trying to keep people alive. Understandable. All you got to do is slow down here. And the key thing is, after you kill Kiriko with Kitsune, I see how far away my teammates are, right? They're really, really far away, and I can hear the Cassidy shooting and walking forwards. I don't want to do this. I think this swing is fine, right? Then right here, your instinct is just go to the other side of the card, right? Help kill the Cassidy, and then just stay alive. That's all you gotta do. And I think that this ends up being a throw right here, because after you die, then what? And as I mentioned previously, they can just hold shield and walk down your team, and there's nothing that your team can do about it. I don't know what High Noon is used for. What the heck? Okay, so that ends up costing you 2nd point, and now we're going to the 3rd. So, Genji dies. So, they already capped the point, so, like, there's not a strong reason to be fighting right now. Like, you don't need ult. You already have Shatter. I think you're just looking for probably an early-ish ulti, but don't do anything wild here. Because just risk versus reward, right? Best case scenario, you pin the Rein. Does the Rein die? No, there's a warrior here. There's no way the Rein dies, right? Even if he gets purpled here, the Rein's not going to die. A. B, what could happen as a risk? Well, the Rein could charge you into this room and then you die. That's a huge risk. Risk versus reward, right? These wacky side chargers, I think it's not safe. It's not safe and it's not necessary. If you are down, if you're like 3, 4, yeah, try gambling a little bit. But when I'm in good situations, don't gamble, right? Bleed time off the clock, because that's really what we're here for, is time. Careful trading. There's too much, yeah. So, Rein is in Shatter for a while. Because when was the last time we saw him Shatter? Oh, long time ago. Right? This whole fight, he never shatters you. So you know, every other fight, Rein has Shatter. So when we enter this fight right here, I think Rein has Shatter. Rein has Shatter, I have Shatter, that's fine. Just play slow. Control the corner, right? Get good trades in, and just chill. And get ready to shield. The more aggressive you are, the harder it will be mentally for you to remember, I need to block the Shatter. So, really, really important part of Rein versus Rein. As a note, I do have a replay code that I'll link to my general resources. I have a separate Reddit page where I just post all of them. But in the Reinhardt section, there is a custom game mode where you can practice against a Rein AI bot who is really good. I played against it's extremely good, but it's really good at practicing Shatter, trading positively, A, and B, Shatter timing. So, very lucky to get Suzu there. Really good job by your supports, keeping you alive. So I would stop right here. So, reminder, everybody in the game has the same base movement speed other than Genji and Tracer, who are 10% faster. So as soon as I kill the Cassidy here, this Kiriko is never going to die. I can't catch up to her. All she has to do is turn around and just walk away, and I'll never catch her. So with the rest of this nano, instead of trying to go after Kiriko, kill the Rein. I literally can't get to the Rein. I have no ability to get to her unless I can charge somehow, and this is a bad angle for charge. Just keep fighting the Rein, right? Fight the Rein until you can line up a charge, and then try to kill him. But Rein's getting all these free swings on you. 3, 4, yeah. I think good choice to escape there. I think this is a crazy charge. I think, honestly, if this Rein just lets you get pulled out, I think that's also kind of good. To some extent, I think as Rein, the best play for him would have been to jump backwards and then charge you in the air, pin you down here where the team can see you, then the Reaper, the Kiriko, and the Rein kill you on low ground. I think this is not a good call. I don't know what Blade is for right now. Unnecessary. But like this is a good example of a problem that you have, right? What's happening in the status of this fight? Are we winning or losing? We're winning. Our whole team is spawned. We're coming out right now, and the Reaper just died. This card's not going anywhere. These 3 people are not going to kill the 5 of us with spawn advantage. This fight is functionally over. There's no reason to be blading right now. All right, so playing back here. So I think good choice to give up. I think this is a very bad spot in general. Like this area is a really bad spot to hold. I think corner here is much better. But I think if you are going to hold, the hold is actually a gate. Force first fight here, and then second fight back up over there. But you are in a position to hold gate. Do not do this! Dropping off the low ground is unnecessary. Again, there's so many people here. Your team can't help you. If you take one lesson away from this like replay review, look at this. Look at this moment right now. Does this seem like the right time to have dropped? Or does this seem, I'm actually in a tremendous amount of danger right now. So for example, Cassie could pop high noon here. Not that he has it, but like Cassie could pop high noon, and then you could get charged, and then you could just get shot, like, and killed before your team could really do anything to help you. Right. Unless, short of like an unbelievably like well-timed Suzu, you would just die. There's no reason to be doing this. Alright, Kitsune gets popped. Obviously, Reaper ulti goes off, but there's like not a lot you can do. You don't even, where did the Reaper even come from? Oh, nobody heard this. Unfortunate. No, but at this point, nothing you can do about the Reaper unless you heard him earlier. So you're trying to follow the Kitsune in. Alright, swing, swing, swing. I think this is a reasonable shatter on the situation. I think I would throw another Fire Strike to get the kill. I see the Moira's 1, right? I just Fire Strike right now. Fire Strike. You 100% could have killed the Moira. Unfortunate. You really need to get a kill there. But the good news is spawn advantage is very strong, and they can't cap. So all in all, decent defense, right? I think a couple throwing moments there, but overall decent defense. Offense is where things are going to go horribly awry. So you're moving the card here. I don't throw. This is a waste of Fire Strikes. Really important, Orisa. The one thing that you have over Orisa is the fact that you farm ultimate faster, and your ultimate is better. So don't be wasting Fire Strikes throwing them to Orisa, who's just going to Fire Strike and eat both of them. That is very silly. You want those charges, right? One Fire Strike, okay, fine. But the second one was a waste. Okay, so we pushed up here. Now we're looking for rotate, because we need to clear high ground before we can do anything. You saw the same problem on defense, right? Where you were able to hold them because you're able to hold high ground for long periods of time. I need to go high ground at some point in time. So now is a good time. It's like, look, okay, maybe I damage the Venture, and then I can rotate through here and try to start pressuring this side. Going back to card's not going to do anything. But Widow's gotten a kill. So one thing to note here is you definitely cannot solo push this. So I'm not trying to say, hey, go left because you're going to be able to 1v4 them. That's not going to happen. I need to draw their attention, though, to create angles. Because if I go left, what's going to happen? Everyone on high ground is going to rotate to the right and try to stop me, which is fine. I play slow, I play for health, I use shield, and I just kind of fake my go in instead of actually going in until my team rotates with me. Or my Widow goes to the right, and then all of a sudden she can kill everyone over here. Okay, so let's look at the vertical view to demonstrate what this would look like. So, blue team, okay? You're over here, Rein, right? You use your shield to try to stay alive. Their Orisa is over here. And where are the supports, right? Probably one over here, maybe one over here, one over here. Your Widow walks over here and starts killing people. What does that do? That forces all of these heroes to rotate backwards. Now you might think, oh, well, how do I coordinate that? You don't. You don't have to. All you have to do is absorb their attention on the left stair, and the Widow will naturally be looking for a pick. Like, people don't play this game, especially a Diamond. People just play this game and think, oh, I'm just going to sit on the card and do nothing. The Widow is going to look to try to kill the backline. The Widow's always looking to try to kill the backline. She's going to naturally move to a spot where she can shoot the backline. But the problem is if they're all looking at her, it's hard for her to get a good angle because they're dodging, they're applying damage pressure, etc., etc. But if you just go to the left and just sit there, the Widow's going to kill someone sooner or later, right? Widow or your Genji or whomever, right? Your Genji's dead right now. But like as a general note, that's what we're looking for. But if you rush this, right, if you go in way too fast and die, then you don't give your Widow any time to get kills. You're not going to win the 1v4, or even if your Ana's here, or 2v4, right? Or even if you're, Kiriko? Even if Kiriko's here, you're still not going to win this 3v4. But you're absorbing attention, and the Widow will eventually get a pick. Right? That is your win condition here, not you running up here and beating the Orisa straight up. So, obviously, nothing is happening right now. And you feel the problem right now. You're getting shot currently from 3 angles, right? Angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, right? Everybody is shooting at you because you haven't cleared any of them. You cannot clear the Orisa, to be clear. This is literally unclearable by you because you cannot displace Orisa ever. An Orisa who does not want to be displaced by you will not move because her abilities are too good at stopping you from pushing her down. But you could displace this position or this position right now. Well, not right now, but in general, you could displace those positions. You just don't want to be messing with the Orisa. Like, spend as little time fighting the Orisa as you can. Okay, so you go left, and I think you finally realize, okay, great, I need to go left. I would note here, 45 seconds have been lost off the clock because you just went main unnecessarily. You could have rotated through the doorway and been putting pressure on the high ground a lot earlier. Good news is they gave up high ground. Widow dies, nothing you can do about this. I would have charged right there, but there's literally no reason this Venture should die in this situation. Like, she has drill right now. She just, the supports can see her. Like, I have no clue what the heck's going on. She's just slow to react there. So, you charge here, but like, you get Javelin right. I think this is okay. As a general note, so this is something I think we're going to talk about later, is don't get Javelin by the Orisa. And I know that seems like obvious and like, of course I wouldn't want to get Javelin by the Orisa. Your shield comes up nearly instantly, and Javelin has a very telegraphed animation, so you should pretty much always be able to stop Javelin, except when you're charging like this, which is why this one I think is actually okay. But Javelin is a huge ability against Reinhardt. And the reason is not just it stuns, and it's not just that it does damage, it's the fact that it knocks you back. Because Reinhardt struggles the most at crossing gaps safely. Okay? Reinhardt, if you can get into their backline, is extremely dangerous if they have no ability, because you do massive damage, you're very, very tanky, right? You're just incredibly disruptive. So the problem is everyone's able to kite you, so it takes you forever to get to a spot where you can finally make melee contact with the enemy. That's where you want to be, right? So that's kind of the situation. Is Javelin, when you're finally in the spot where you're like, look, I can start hitting people, Javelin knocks you out, and they're like, well, that sucks, right? And all of a sudden you're completely useless again. You have to hold shield. So that's why it's really important to not get hit by Javelin. So trying to push up here. Again, a note here, you don't shield hop, and these are situations like right now where I'm getting shot by Orisa, where I would just shield hop to accelerate, right? Shield hopping will keep your shield up like 75% of the time, but it'll significantly improve your move speed. You'll be able to catch up to this Moira, for example, before she gets out of the gate. But you can't do that right now, because you only walk forwards or you only shield. So as a note for the Reinhardt resources out like those that has techniques on how to shield hop, which I really think you should do, especially if you play Reinhardt a lot. I think this is all the right call right now, where you're like, look, she's trying to push me down for some reason. Don't trade, you're at 300 health, just stay alive, hold shield. I think this is the right call. I keep holding shield. Like, it's fine. She's fortified, so this charge isn't going to do anything. Just hold shield. Just hold shield, it's fine. Alright, just chill right now. Okay, she spins, fine, that's good, right? So, with the spin, what you want to do is think, okay, what's happening in the current status of this fight? Can we push forward or not? If we can't push forward, then fine, I'll let her push me back. If we can push forward, hold W forwards into her so that she doesn't knock you back, right? Stay connected with her, and after the spin ends, start swinging then. So this right now, I'm like, look, I actually think you have a very good shot at winning this fight right now. I think you should stay connected to the Orisa and swing and be double hitting the Sojourn and the Orisa. Because you saw the Sojourn, I think, heard? Yeah, right there, you saw the Sojourn slide. Right, there's a Sojourn, she slid. I'm immediately looking, be like, hey, where the heck is the Sojourn going, right? Either A, she's going here, in which case she's gonna die, or B, she realizes her mistake and she's gonna try to back up. This is an easy kill on the Sojourn if you just see it right now. And even right now, if you're not here, but here, even a 1 meter difference here to the left allows you to stay connected with the Sojourn and the Orisa, and you kill both of them. Right? Like that, like you're gonna get so few opportunities to go to push against Orisa. You need to recognize when you do have them. But another example of you gotta stop charging here. The previous one was okay because you need to cross the gap. This one I would actually save charge for something better. Right? Like charge here isn't gonna do anything. Even if there's like no chance that you're gonna be able to pin anybody in this situation. Just save the charge. Slow down. Why do I say slow down? A, look at your health. Right? You're missing a third of your health by the time you get to this corner. A. B, your shield's already at half. So just don't worry about it. Just release the shield. Don't do anything. Your team is not going to suddenly surge around this corner and kill them. You're not a rush comp. You're not a dive comp. Okay? That's important to know. How fast can my team move? Important for all the tanks. Your team is slow. Your team is methodical. Okay, you have Ashe, you have Ana, you have Kiriko. You don't have a Lucio. You don't have Tracer Genji. Right? You do have Kenji who can do something, but Genji's mostly focusing on the off angle here. He's not helping you kill anyone in main. Just slow down. I want to turn this corner when I have full health and full shield, not when I have half shield and 2/3 health. Right? This is just silly. Just slow down. Right? She popped Fortify. Great. My opportunity is coming up real soon. I just need to chill right now. Right? Regen. Right? Now she doesn't have Fortify. She's going to have Spin and she's going to have Javelin. So I just keep pressuring her. That's fine. I think this charge is silly because, again, she has Javelin, she has Spin, and I think she has Javelin very soon. Do you see her use Javelin? You saw her use Javelin. But she still has Spin, right? You never saw her use Spin. This is why Orisa's really hard to deal with, is because she never, very rarely will she not have an ability that will stop your pin. So, right? This charge is crazy. If you look at this, the Orisa's not afraid of you. She just spins right into you. This is, crazy. Right? Now you get caught back here. You really should die right now. So, thankfully, Blade gets popped. I have no idea where Nano is. Oh, never mind. I think you're still in trouble here. Right? Get Javelin again and get killed. So, again, this starts with you're trying way too hard to make a play happen right now when you don't need to. Okay? We already saw Fortify get used, so we got, 10, 12 seconds? Yeah, 12 seconds here before she's gonna be able to use Fortify again. Just keep applying pressure, force her to use Spin, right? Maybe use Javelin, and then keep farming ulti and push her back. You're gonna win this fight by default just with good shield usage, right? Remember, shield is a 1400 health increase whenever you want it, right? Whenever you're like, okay, I don't like the situation, just hold shield. Force them to use time and ammo to try to fight you down. All right, minute and 50 seconds. For the record, I think this game is watching it very closely now versus when I was skipping through it earlier. This game feels 100% winnable, even Rein versus Orisa. Side note, this is a question I would get probably pretty often. Who would I switch to in this situation if I wanted to switch? Well, the time remaining matters a lot. If I was doing it from the start, I think Sigma would have been totally fine here. At this moment in time, I think I would switch to Zarya. And I know people say, oh, Zarya is so good against Orisa. I don't necessarily know that I even agree with that, but I think in this situation, their enemy team is very brawly, right? They have a lot of people between the Moira, the Venture, and the Orisa. They want an up close, bash faces in fight to win. So Orisa has obviously the benefit that she ignores Spin. She does consistent damage against Zarya. She gets charged really, really easily. Zarya has poor burst and mobility, so she can't hunt down and kill the Zarya. And Grab is still strong in this situation against multiple opposing heroes that are relying on mobility to survive. So yeah, I think Zarya here is pretty easy. I just build charge and just kill him. Sigma, I think, would probably be a better option in general, starting from the 4-minute timer, based on this comp. Sigma or Winston would have been fine, but I think Sigma would be safer and easier. So we're pushing up here. They have Kitsune. We have 1 minute and 25 seconds left. You're turning the corner. So really important, always think about corners. Okay, what is the corner here? The corner is this right here. So what this means is I have 4 allies in the back. They're gonna have 4 enemy people, wherever the heck the 4th person is, right there, right? So when you turn the corner here, is this good for you or bad for you? This is bad for you because their team gets to all shoot you and none of your team gets to shoot them. Which means whenever you turn a corner, you often need to play slower until your team can catch up and start helping you with the fight. So shattering right now is a bad idea because your team can't follow up on that, right? If we watch here, okay, you shatter. First of all, Moira dodges it because of course, right? But Kiriko's here, but nobody can help. See, no one is able to help right now, right? Now Kiriko gets back up, and then nothing happens, and it's a wasted shatter. That's problem number 1, is the timing of the shatter, how aggressive and fast you are playing the corner, both bad. I think it's actually interesting. I think Shambali, a lot more than other maps, really punishes the wrong timing going around a corner. Now that I think about it, I never really thought about this before until just right now, but I realized that so much of what I'm talking about comes from experience playing on Shambali in particular, because Shambali's points are often very straightforward. If you look at second point in particular, is very straightforward once you turn this corner, right? These 2 corners, knowing when to when to turn the corner and take it is so important. And if you don't take it at the right time, if you take it early before your team is bunched up behind you to help you, you will just get completely blown up and nothing will happen. Even if you don't die, you'll lose the chance of being able to push them back at all. So that timing, so important. That's problem number 2, right, that we're tracking. Number 3 is they just pop Kitsune here, right? They just pop Kitsune, but why? Nothing's going on here. If they pop Kitsune here, what's the correct reaction? Cool. I'm just going to sit behind this card and shield if I need to. I'm not going to shield. I'm not going to hold shield nonstop. I'm going to sit this card and see what happens. If the Orisa is the only person shooting, she's not going to kill anybody. So I don't even need to shield that. I'm literally just going to sit here. And if the whole team runs down here and they try shooting, then I'll shield it. But beyond that, I just wait for the Kitsune to end, right? Wait 10 seconds or whatever the timer is and then push back in. And now they don't have Kitsune. Like, why am I choosing to fight right now? Oh, shoot. This is actually your Kitsune. Oh, both teams pop Kitsune. Okay, this is extra confusing. Yeah, what's the timing here? They both pop it. Because I only hear one voice line. Okay, there we go. That's the second voice line. So you're trying to follow the Kitsune. Okay, so this is fair. So you follow the first Kitsune in, but when I see the second Kitsune, we're evened out from a Kitsune perspective, right? But their team has control of the corner, which means I get 5v1, 4v1 when I step around this corner. Just chill. Just reset. Nothing's happening here. I think with the benefit of pausing, I think you can see this and realize you're not going to win this fight. Not right now. You're not going to lose this fight, but you're not going to win the fight right now. Let the Kitsunes expire, then go again. Because you can't even chase them down with your Kitsune, right? Because you have to go uphill away from yours. So your Kitsune is functionally not helpful here unless you were a poke hero. So I think forcing shatter here is just a terrible idea, right? All the things here have gone wrong. Somehow you win this fight? Do you actually win the fight? What actually happens here? Right. Shatter obviously does nothing, right? The enemy team has already functionally won the fight by the fact that you did not win the fight because they're defending, right? Draws are good. So you're just chilling back here doing nothing. I think the Orisa could just sit this card and hold you forever. So Genji goes in. Again, the Orisa should just hold you at the corner here with Javelin and nothing's going to happen. But, this is a throw. That's what's happening. So, you don't win the fight. Well, first of all, I was correct. You did not win the fight at that moment in time. You win this fight because their DPS throws by dropping and trying to kill with ulti. But this is a great example of, do I even need to take this fight right now? This Venture doesn't need to do anything. Your team is stuck. Like, you guys are stuck at this corner. The Venture doesn't even need to be standing in this doorway. She could just be standing over here or something like that. Sorry. They should be standing over here. I gotta stop doing that. They should be standing over here, right? Or in this window, or just controlling, or just spamming from the window. They want to wait for a moment where you are committed to the fight, and then they use their ultimate to then try to wipe you. But at a moment in time where you're already stuck, this is all risk, no reward, right? So in this situation, they get slept, right? Then you could do a good pin out of this, and now they're in trouble because they're down a player, and the Orisa is way out of position, trying to help the Venture, and as a result, your team is able to capitalize. Dob goes in, right? Javelin happens again. So this is a moment where you have to block the Javelin, right? You're gonna see it happen in just a second. That's the Javelin you gotta block. And try to get the Sojourn. Yep. Yeah, cancel a little bit earlier, but it's fine. So I don't think you want to spend this much time rotating, but it's okay. So remember, we just took a corner. Is my team ready to go? They're not. Slow down. Like, you don't even need to pressure, like, go swing wide of the corner. You could just stay close to the corner right now and just wait. Right? Slow down. But you notice right now, you're at 500 shield health, but you didn't need to be, because you're 1400 shield right now. You could just, like, again, shield hop right back to the corner and you maintain like 1000 health in your shield and just wait. Just wait. Let the shield expire. Like, put down the shield so it regains health. So there's no reason to be looking left here. Like, whatever's going on with the Venture versus Genji duel, just let it play out. Focus on looking forwards. This Orisa and Moira are walking into you. So Orisa's trying to kidnap, and you get killed. Right? This all happens because you're just looking at the Venture unnecessarily. Right? Look forwards here, right? Be what's going. Okay, Orisa's trying to kidnap. Walk to the right. Jump. Right? Let her push you backwards. Hold shield if you need to. This is a very silly way to get kidnapped. And then from here you go D.Va, but like you only have 30 seconds. Like, what the heck can you really do here? I don't think it's worth it for me to like cover the D.Va play because you have so little time that like even if you were very good at D.Va, you just don't have time to do anything. Should have eaten that Javelin. as a note here, whenever you see Denji walk forwards like that, don't DM. If they get dive because they get popped in the face, so be it. But Genji's walking here because Genji is trying to use deflect, either A, get a kill, or B, farm ulti. The fact that you DM here means that the Genji actually can't use anything, can't deflect anything right now. So, and then you don't have DM, which means when they finally do push into you, now you're going to get DM'd because you don't have DM, right? So, all things considered, not so good. Okay, recapping. So, I still think that stretches of your Rein gameplay look very strong. I still agree with that statement overall, and I think that like looking at that, but like if you showed me segments, it'd be like even like a 1 minute 30 clip. And you're like, do you think this is Masters? I'm like, yeah, I think this is believably Masters. I think you're let down by some moments, right, that we analyzed a lot, right, pushing at the wrong times. I'd say mostly pushing at the wrong times. Actually, I would say that's probably the overarching theme is simply pushing at the wrong times and understanding what that looks like and when to do so. And then also like a lot of stuff about corners. Okay, when is the right time to take the corner? What to do there in those situations? We talked about shatters too, right? When to shatter, trying to confirm kills out of that, right? Just being reasonable about like, do I even need to shatter this one time versus can I hold, especially on defense? And we talked about Rein versus Orisa, which is, I mean, I don't think we delved super deep into it, but I would just know it's like you do have options here, right? You do have options where you could have made plays, but like knowing that, seeing that is important, and hopefully the replay review helps you recognize that. Okay, I'm gonna hold there. Hopefully this was helpful.